So I believe it was Andrew Joyce. He couldn't understand how the mechanical setup works on my lowboy. So I've drawn a crude picture. So these are the tandems on the trailer. And this is the walking beam right here. And that walking beam pivots. And then that subframe right here comes up around here and goes clear back here. And it pivots right here. And the Jeep, or excuse me, the Stinger attaches right here to the back of the trailer. So when you put a load on the trailer, all the weight comes back here and is applied right here. So it's set up, like I said, so whatever you put on these tandems, this is going to be exactly half. So if you put 46K on there, this is going to be 23 right here. And that's called a mechanical. And here's this is the pivot point for the Stinger. So it can turn. Wherever this last axle goes when you go around the corner, this one follows that track exactly. Alright, so I've let this sit so long the gasket surfaces are all rusty. So I got to get in here and clean this stuff up. So I pulled the paper towel out of the oil one down here, and it's clean. I just got to replug it good so that when I clean this up, nothing goes down in there. So I'm not using a roll-lock disc. I'm using this thing here. This is these green plastic discs don't take the metal off. Well, Farmer John from Illinois introduced these to me. All right, I'm dead in the water because I can't find that hose. The clamps were here. I've looked all over in the shop. I got some new ones in the van trailer, but they're a size bigger. I'm kind of dead in the water because I need to put the hose on, slide it way up here, put this other end on, and put the cooler in, get it bolted to this end, and then slide this other bonnet down and bolt it up. All right, start over. I got the hose on, got the bonnet in. I found the hose in a white bucket under the van trailer. I was doing my business this morning. And I went back and I looked in my videos and I thought, where did I put that? And there was a white bucket laying out here on the ground. And then it dawned on me, there's a bunch of clamps and stuff that go down there on those retarder lines. And those were nowhere. So I thought, all right, I got to find that white bucket. And I did. So I think I can go ahead and get the cooler and the gasket on the back end, and then try to get this lined up and get the bolts in. It's a bugger. So I'm gonna go get the cooler and see if I can get it in there. All right, this is my menagerie of hookup here. So I got a strap around this. I got the front on, so what I'm gonna have to do is get the gasket siliconed up, get it in there, get a couple bolts in it, go to the bottom, get the other bolts, and get it pulled up. And then as I go back, it'll pull that hose out. Once the back's tight, I can go ahead and undo the bolts here and slip the gasket in. At least in theory, that's how I think it's gonna go. I ain't real sure, you know. Where's my gasket? God dang it. Okay, well, that's clear. Now, get down there, whatnot. Get in here. Just do the side, come on. Come on, get in there. Alright, so now, so down. Alright, just way down there. Come on, get the hole, where the hole, through here. Come on, hold on, start in. Get on, get here again. It's a rain last night, I count this not fire, everything we with this. Where we had a mask. Oh man, that's all on me. And right there, that's what we can get off. Alright, so now, see these, turn in, some more, a bunch. Ow. The bottom's gonna be fun. I know you can do now. But it's the last hose. And boom, you know, that's more strap here. And just pull it out. Jeff's gonna win. I can see it. I can see it now. He's winning. Yeah, I love life, don't you? I just wake up every day for this. And sadly, that's the honest to God truth. I'm not kidding you. I don't know what to do. Okay, so now I'm gonna go down underneath here, see if I can get some bolts in. Just like that. Okay, gasket number 2 going in the hole. In the hole, man. We're going in the hole. And I put anti-seize on these bolts because I didn't on the last ones. I completely forgot. Oh, man. Come on. Jesus. That's not working. Worth a hoot. Come on, man. Get over here. I'm gonna freaking
get him up here. Come on, baby. Come on and do the locomotion with me. God, free. Gonna have silicone everywhere. Okay, I think that's in that hole. Now I gotta get it lined up with the cooler. There we go. One ringy dingy. Alright, now. Damn gasket, get over there. Are you in the hole? I can't tell. You dick. Come on. Come on, baby. I believe we are. Hot dog. Man, I got silicone everywhere. It's like a little kid put this together or something. Man, oh man, oh man. Got it on my camera. Got it all over me, the cooler, the bolts, everywhere.
I'd like to kiss the engineer who developed and designed this one. Holy moly. That sucks. Ass. Oh, son of a bitch. It's 9 miles long. Jeez. Maybe I can do it this way, huh? Either that or I can drop it, one or the other. What do you think? Probably drop it. Let's try to get it in the middle of the bolt. Son of a bitch. Come on. Come on, baby. You can do her. I know you can. Somehow. There's the hole. Ooh, shit. I think we're gonna get her. Yeah. Jesus. Come on, man. There we go. Ha! Jeff wins. Bolt 0. Jeff 7. You know how long it's been since I've had this off. I look back at the videos, they're 11 months old. Jeez. Oh, what did I get 9/16 for? They're 3/4. Alright, that works good. So I'll stop cussing that engineer now. Okay? You're alright, buddy. You son of a bitch. I like my wrenches short. I like my tools short, like me, short. In all the wrong places. I haven't posted this story or video on YouTube yet because I don't know, maybe I should. I'll just tell you the story here. So I had a couple of guys that said, one said, so you're pissed that you can't get a part for a 40-year-old machine? I don't understand. And then the other guy said, same thing, only I suppose you expect to get parts in the 1980s for 1930s grader. Well, yes, I do, because I've seen it. I was down there, and the parts guy told me, he said it had a dude walk in. He needed a carburetor, I think pony motor or something, on a 1930s grader, and they had it on the shelf. Can you believe that shit? They had it on the shelf. And then Matt went down there to get a head gasket for his D4. And I said, he says, you need anything? I said, yeah, I need these parts for the scraper. And I was kidding him. I says, there's no way you're gonna get a head gasket for that. And he come back just a smiling and laughing. He says, I got my head gasket, but your parts have to come from the warehouse. Well, at least they got to come from the warehouse, but you can get that stuff back then. But somebody made a comment, I don't know if it was on a YouTube video, they said they had a 2009, I don't remember what it was, but they said they couldn't get, there were some obsolete parts on it, on a 2009. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I think I can believe that now. I'm so proud of myself. I could just sit here and look at this for hours, or at least 10 minutes before I get off my ass and do something else. Okay, so I want to show you how to convert one of these old machines that has the old canister style oil filters on it. So what you need to do is you need to find a 1693 that doesn't have a retarder, and your canister filters bolt right there, and you just pull this out and you put that 1693 one on. And then to run your turbo, all you got to do, and I got these from Cat, is that is a male to male pipe thread. Then you go into a street L, and then a coupler here, and you got to build a hose, and then you get the turbocharger oil line, I think for a 6NZ C15, and you just put that on your turbo. And then what you'll have to do with your oil return line is you have to cut it right up there in that straight spot. Take a little teeny bit out, put a soaking wet shop towel up in there and down the other end, fold it up, and then tack it. Then you can take it out and weld it. And then right here is where your original pipe would go from your filter base. This is the outlet, and you get a fitting, JIC fitting, and I put it in the lathe, and I think this one was set up for O-ring, so I machined it down and I machined the washer off. And you take the pipe that came out of there and you heat it up, and these O-ring adapters are just sweated on with brass from the factory, and you take it off, and I machined this fitting down to the size I needed, and then I brass sweated this piece back on. Then I took a piece of gasket paper, went around here and made a pattern, and I just took a little piece of, I don't know what that is, probably 12 gauge metal, and I cut me a piece, and that goes in there. It's got a hole in it. For some reason I had it in my head it was a 5/16 bolt. It's a 9/16.
I didn't understand that.
I'm not talking to you, phone. Just go away. For your filter, you can mount it wherever you want, but this is what I did. I couldn't get it under the tank here. I wanted to put it under there, but there just ain't room to screw this big filter out. So all you got to do is get a cat remote filter base, and I made a bracket here for it and bolted it to the hard nose. Now, if I was to do this again, what I would do is cut your headlight brackets off and move them way up here. Then move that filter farther up. Gives you better room in there to get oil and stuff in it and work on things. Okay, now. There. Blacken that over. So, what you have to do is what I did. I cut through the light, and I made a little too long, and then I had a dealer put those 90s on the filter up top, and I left these untrimmed, and then I put them up, and I put the ends on here, and the hose were around them, and I marked them, and cut off, and then I make sure they were super clean, and then I put them on the hose, and I made a sharp mark around the front thing of the hose, and I made some like scotch tape, some paint tape, to take my glue, and then I come down and have it going. And if it good, and the oil over here, and all that spray some. There, have fun. Anyway, it's not easy to do with spin on the damn canister style filter. I hate those sons of bitches. Messy leaking hot filters. I don't like that. Maybe this will get going. We have technology. So anyway, I was going to show you putting the antifreeze in. I got her full. That's a premix green antifreeze Dean Schatz gave me. And I guess the story is they came with some new haul trucks, and that wasn't the same antifreeze they were using. So they said, we don't want it. So there's no antifreeze coming out there. Cooler's not leaking. Clamp. So I really, really think it was the compressor. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I'll tell you what my thinking is here. So originally we put a bucket under there and drained 5 gallons of antifreeze out of it. And then we just kind of bumped it over to make sure we didn't have a cylinder that was full of it. I'm not really seeing any antifreeze in that. So it's not like it's in the oil. It's not like the engine started and it sucked it up in the pump. So I am thinking I'll just go ahead and put it together and start it. Alrighty then. Everything's hooked up. Batteries, I just got done hooking the batteries up. All the bolts are tight. It's holding antifreeze. Should we see if it'll run? Should we find out if it's gonna run? We got a problem, Houston. Look at that intake pipe. Why in the hell is that pipe all out of the hole? Wow, that's trying to blow the O-rings out. Son of a bitch. Jesus. What in the hell? I guess that turbine blows so much air, it'll blow it out of there. Shit balls. That means I gotta take that adapter off. Son of a bitch. I never even noticed that. And I've got the hold down clamp on that one. Well, on a positive note, I didn't see any giant geysers or eruptions. So I'll have to take that coupler off. Mr. Griffey, what you doing under there, buddy? Come here. Come here. It's Mr. Griffey's birthday today. What you? Oh, you heard thunder, so he hid under the bed. He's scared of it. He's a panting. He's scared. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Griff. I'm sorry I had to scare you. Good dog. Oh, man.
What? Growl? What? Growl? Okay. Oh, there's your birthday. Happy birthday. Since I'm 4 years old. Yay, happy birthday.
You're not going to hold that for me, Mom?
Oh, I guess I can.
Making a mess.
That's okay. Ugh.
Your stuff falling out of your mouth, too.
Yeah.
He's not going to eat the cone.
Yeah, he will after it gets done. So I have to whip cream first.
What a dog. Spoiled rotten.